Hello and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons, Planescape, Torment, the Enhanced Edition. I knew I forgot something last video. It's when after you gave Quell the Quasit. Come now, what did you wish to bother me with? Or be gone! Fishes mothball from his sleeve and eats it. What do you know of Revel Puzzlewell? At the mention of her name, he swallows the candy he's sucking on with a loud gulp, wincing in pain. What to tell? Why tell it at all? Such things, such tales are best left in dusty books and in the attics of old men's minds. Evil, evil. Such a name, and such dark tales swarm about it, like flies on a corpse. Just the same, I need you to tell me. He rolls his eyes, plopping another candy in his mouth. She's a night hag, my boy, who came to Sigil. All evil and cackle she was, alive with her shadow magic, ready to butt heads with the Lady of Pain. Barmy, old hag. You only succeed in getting herself mazed. She is likely dead by now. How might I find her? Why would you ask such a thing? Are you mad? What could you possibly want with such an evil creature? She knows something about my past. Doubtful. She was mazed many centuries ago. Gone. Head in the dead book she is. Even if she were somehow still clutching on to life with her black and bloody talents, what could she possibly know about you? She wasn't the spitting image of a cackling evil, that is, and even if she was willing to help you, I just have to hope she's alive and will help me. By Lesh's 6 teeth and her swollen tummy, what a flickering candle of hope hurled into the howling winds of pandemonium, that is. Flicker, flicker, whoosh! Don't be any more the fool than you need to be. Well, I must still seek her out, whether she's dead or alive. So if she's dead, as she most likely is, well, what is your plan, may I ask? You have everything all figured out, don't you? Cole is just blowing words out of his pit's nonsense. Nothing. What do you plan to do if she's in the dead book, eh? I don't know. I'll figure something out. Well, what do you think I should do? First brilliant question you've asked me. I think you should give up on this clueless idea of entering mazes and chatting with night hags and lope back into whatever crypt you crawled out of. Makes far more sense than fishing for the lady's anger, it does. Can you tell me how to get to her maze? Lunatic! Madness! Adelco! Have you not listened to a word I've said? She's a prison, but in an interdimensional maze. We're trying to best the Lady of Pain. That means she's at least 10 times as barmy as you, and at least 100 times more powerful. She's also most likely dead. Dead, thrice dead, and if by some happenstance she isn't, she'll make you dead. I understand, but I really need your help. Can you tell me how to reach her or not? Paul goes quiet, chewing his lip. After a moment, fishes around his tunic for a minute, plops into his mouth. You're serious. Serious now. Why so serious? So baiter-bent, so mule-stubborn. He sighs. Well, born clueless, die clueless. Yeah.
Updated my journal.
All mazes have portals. This much I know to be true. A way in and a way out. This is how the lady fashions them. I do not know the portal, its location, or even its form, but I'm told its key is a piece of Revel. Piece of Revel? But if Revel is a maze, then how am I supposed to... Then you'll have to make do. Find something that has Revel's taint in it, mayhap. That's all I know. Bother me no more about it. You want to go pestering someone about something like that? Go to the brothel of slating intellectual lust. One of the ladies there is bound to have met someone who... or knows something that'll help. My thanks to your help. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Okay. And he's given a really good bit of advice there. So before we go, see, I'm at 99 heart charms because, yes, 20 blood charms, which aren't as great, but it's good to have something extra. 60 clot charms, 2 rods of modern might, shamanic rod, which I probably should use at some point. Maybe. Okay, you can't use it. You can't. You can't. That's all fine. Let's see here. Inventory cleared out. Oh, got rid of all my portal gems. Yeah, sure, everything will be fine. Move the arms and make sword fighting noises. The toy clicks and whirs as you move about the clockwork joints. Within moments, Tiny Cube has vanquished every imaginary opponent you have sent against it, and settled back into its horrible position. Wave its arms, make cheering noises. Hordes of imaginary creatures from across the plains cheer the cube's victory. You can almost see a tiny, oily tear brimming on one of its eyes. It is a hero, the greatest cube to ever roam the plains, and everyone loves it. In your mind, fall from grace and awe, hug it, and shower it with kisses. Bend the knee until the leg forms a 15-degree angle. Unfold both wings to maximum extension, then rotate the right arm 180 degrees to its socket. There is a whir, click, blinding white light, and it suddenly explodes in your arms. What? Oh. I guess we're done playing with it. You can actually play for it enough that Mort starts wondering about your sanity. See the Mordrin engineer. Greetings. I had some questions. Creature continues to look to you blankly. State your question. I want to create a dungeon to explore. Select a difficulty level. It's set for normal. Change it to hard. Collapsing current dungeon. Room fills with a low thrumming sound. Initializing new dungeon. The floor begins to vibrate, then all is quiet. Dungeon created. Awaiting further instructions. Director. That's all for now. Farewell. So.
Alright.
Now we have to deal with the hard maze. High threat construct. See a mechanical man with volcanic red skin along one arm. Watches your approach with wary eye. Greetings. Cox's head on one side gives you a questioning look. Your tenacity is impressive, intruder, but foolish nonetheless. Do we have to fight? Seems so pointless. Stares you while before answering. All seems pointless, intruder. As the mean behind her madness leaps to attack. Defend yourself. Okay, so these guys are not going to be as easy as the rest of the guys.
A lot of practice, it seems.
That is why I grabbed all the heart charms I could possibly blood charms, silver ring, and more cranium rat charms.
I'm gone.
Ignore. Okay, just one. Good. 4,000 experience points. Not bad. Medic orb. Do I have that? Yeah. You've also got it. Fine.
Oh, this place stinks of oil. Ugh.
Yep. Okay, pause. Everyone go against the closest one.
The closest die.
Everyone go to the next one. Everyone continue on to the next one.
This is what I get for getting into a scrape.
This is true. Okay. That all went okay. Nordum's room. That's the place we want to get to. Ooh, nice new music.
All right.
See a cube with 4 arms, 2 legs. Despite its mechanical appearance, the front of the cube is a strange organic green face with 2 wide elliptical eyes. The cube doesn't seem to notice you, staring intently at the 2 crossbows cradled in his hands. Multifaceted lens dangles from The upper corner of the cube. Looks like it's designed to pop down over the cube's eyes, like a scope. Greetings? Gloop chirps, and there's a click, click, click. Its eyes blink widely. The cube whirls to face you, its eyes wide, and blinks in two free hands up in the air, as if in surrender. It has two crossbows that have turned its hands up and out trained on you. In a strange, detached way, you can't help but notice that every joint in this creature seems to be a series of whirring gears and cogs. Chief, we're looking at trouble here. Mordrin's gone rogue. Rogue? Yeah, as you see, sometimes Mordrins get a little chaos in them, and when that happens, well, I guess the best explanation is rogue Mordrins are kind of like backwards Mordrins. So this is a backwards Mordrin. Backwards Mordrin? Nodrum. Cube's voice has a metallic warbling to it, as if every word it speaks is jumping up to a spring and landing, well, somewhere else. Its mouth forms a bizarre sideways semicircle, which you take to be a smile. Gratitudes, gratefuls. I'm sorry.
Updated my journal.
Not sorries, null sorries. Gratitudes, identification of self-compromise by doubting, plus mullings, plus analysis. Cube chirrups again, and one of its eyes blinks with a click. Then after a moment, the other eye clicks, as if it doesn't want to be left out. You're grateful that I identified you, aren't you a Modron? Cube's features steady themselves, and the mouth forms a flat line. Identification of this unit was compromised. Subject, addressee, identified as Nodrum. Gratitudes tendered toward providing Nodrum identification. It was nothing, really. Nodrum's eyes click, blink once, twice, 3 times. Each time the black spots in the center eyes dilate. By the third blink, they are the size of dots. Realize action at reach. Nordrum Null knows the name of addressee. Identify yourself. Or identify yourself. You mean identify, right? Truth. Well, I don't really have a name, Nordrum. Nordrum's eyes widen and the diameter of his pupils go back down to normal size. He blinks once, but the metal shutters that fall across his eyes don't rise. After a moment, they begin rattling as if stuck. Nordrum, you can open your eyes now. There's another click and Nordrum's eyes open. Not closing eyes. Engaged in action clarification for subject. Unidentified. Nameless. Formulating subject query. Are you lost? Lost? What do you mean? Nordrum's eyes warble clearly with the word lost. A curious crawling sensation worms through the back of your skull. And there comes 2 certainties, hand in hand. This is not the first time you've heard this. And what Nordrum is about to say is your next question important. When you say lost, Nordrum, what do you mean? Absence of name equal absence of identity equal absence of purpose equal absence of plane and multiverse equals null state equal loss. Nordrum existed in state null until subject, unidentified, nameless, attached identity to Nordrum. Null identity, null purpose, null place equates to loss. Well, I imagine I had a name once, but I forgot it. Formulating new query, there is a tick 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 as Nordrum blinks 3 times rapidly, the sound tapping of a hammer on a sheet of tin. Explain to Nordrum how do you perform this action. Forgotting. Well, it's a side effect of my condition, I think. Metal shutter seals over Nordrum's eyes with word. When he rattles himself a few moments, his eyes close, and they click open. Nordrum trips. Query. Memory defective? Yeah, you could say that. Preconditional active to clarify. Query. Nordrum memory space not yet near capacity. Query action. Event of yes. Return the form of subject, identified nameless. Nordrum can remember for you. Sure, go ahead, Nordrum. Anyway, look, I really need to be about my business. Sudden rapid sound of clicks and twangs from the crossbow in Nordrum's hands. His eyes spin and refocus on the crossbows. Holding the right one closer to his side as listening to it. Is everything okay? One of Nordrum's eyes remains on the crossbow, which is clicking faintly. The other eye focuses on you. Query, may these one join you for your gurney? Sure, we could always use a hand. Or 4. Nordrum's mouth forms a bizarre semicircle as it did before, and his 2 crossbows began clicking and twanging violently, almost as if vibrating out of his hands. Gratitudes, gratefuls, Nordrum and crossbows have been attached with a larger community. I wouldn't be too grateful just yet. Let's move out.
I've learned some new tricks.
All right.
I think, therefore I am. I think.
This is Nordrum, voiced by Dan Castellaneta. Yep, Homer Simpson. And you gained a thief level. So I want to beef up the ability for you to open doors. And, yeah. Yeah, you can go above 100, but, yeah. So, let's see. Open locks at 105. Pickpockets at 90. So, you're going to have everything over 100. Nice. So, you are a fighter, rogue modern. He is, well, they are neither sex, actually. Although I think the game always uses he, him pronouns, so we'll probably be doing that. Level 6 fighter.
Modem addressed.
Ordnance crossbows, which I think is the only weapon we can use on them. And Ordnance crossbow bolts, which I think that one is infinite. So. And yes, Nordrum is the one that we've been collecting those lenses for, but if you've noticed by the amount that we've been selling of them and not holding on to any of them, Nordrum's not going to be a long-term party member. Now, let's see here. Yeah, let's just continue on. Ignore. Mechanical man with volcanic. Greetings. Cox said he questioning like, greetings, intruder. What makes you think I'm an intruder? Gives you a wicked smile. Because you are not one of us, therefore you are an intruder. As an intruder, you must die. Leaps you attack. Okay. I guess we, Oh. Nasty is impressive, intruder, but foolish nonetheless. Yeah, I must be going. Farewell. Yes, until we meet again, intruder. Okay, are you finally in combat? Yes.
Damn it. Time is over.
Let's see here. Lens of the Bat. Blindness. -4 damage, -4. Yeah, I think we can safely drop that one. Ignore the creature. You're the only one here? Okay. Gonna send this over your way.
Ready.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
I'm here. Aye, what?
I had to wake up from the dead in a place like this.
What you be wanting now? Aye? Ready. Get your eyes off my arse. You like my wee tail? I'll wag it at you. Cut it out, I'm not deaf. I'm not that sort of girl. Aye?
Yes. How may I help? I'm listening. I'm here. Yes. Yes. How may I help? I'm listening. Try to arise over the merely carnal and see the universe for more than it is. I'm trying to concentrate here. Please, sir. Watch your simple mind, simple pleasures.
I must be hallucinating all this. One foot in the grave, the other in hell. Done.
Yeah, you gotta love the annoyance of constantly clicking on people. Anyway, so when we come back, further into the hard Maldron maze. Have a good one, folks.